To start off by giving a little background about Honduras, it is located in North America, which can be seen in the photograph on the left. It is closer to the equator in between Guatemala, El Salvador, and Nicaragua. The climate is a very hot tropical climate that averages temperatures in the low 70s to high 80s. The natural resources associated with energy that are available are sunlight, water, and wind. The current energy sources used in Honduras can be seen in the graph on the right, and this graph explains that in the last 5 years, the electricity generated in Honduras, measured in billion kilowatt hours per year, 4.33 of those are from fossil fuels, including coal, natural gas, and oil, 0.51 from wind, 0.44 from solar installations, 2.57 from hydro. There are 0 nuclear power plants and 0.02 from geothermal sources. The primary energy sources that are used for electricity, heating, and air conditioning are primarily firewood. They also import oil mainly from the United States. The factors that are driving the current and future energy use in Honduras is that there are no oil refineries. They import mainly from the United States, as I mentioned before, and by the year 2022, the country wants to be 60% renewable and 40% reliant on fossil fuels. And by 2038, they want that number to rise to 80% renewable energy sources. They also have a decree number 70 to 2007, the law to promote electricity generation by renewable sources. And this decree keeps getting edited, and that is what they follow. The location we chose to put our solar farm is called Namasik in Choluteca, which is a southern region of the country, and this is because it is seemingly very flat with a lot of open, unused space. It also has a low population, which gives a lot more room to work with. The map in the background shows a photovoltaic system, which is the long-term solar power potential from the PV solar panels we plan to put in. And the darker colors you see, mainly orange, show the region with the most solar power potential in the country.
Our primary energy source in Honduras we have chosen to implement are photovoltaic solar panels. PV solar takes up 10% of Honduras' renewable energy development and 923 gigawatt hours recorded in 2017. PV solar panels don't emit harmful greenhouse gases, pollute groundwater, or deplete any natural resources. There are 3 main reasons why photovoltaic solar panels would work well in our location. Solar PV energy is quiet and not destructive. This allows Hondurans to continue their daily actions without any unnecessary interruptions. PV solar panels allow for low energy bills because some governments provide subsidies. Lastly, photovoltaic solar panels require minimal maintenance. The operating costs are low, and there are no moving parts or constant supervision. Considering Honduras is one of the poorest countries in Latin America, they don't have the energy to be investing time and money into an energy source. They need a simple yet productive source, and that is what the photovoltaic solar panel will give them. Our main goal is to minimize cost while maximizing energy use. In order to figure out how many panels we will insert, we need to determine hourly energy requirement times the peak sunlight hours divided by the wattage. Using this formula, we will insert 67 panels. Other factors in this decision are how many hours a day is there sunlight and space. Luckily, our location is flat with a lot of unused land, so there is room for our panels. We still have to keep in mind that although the more panels is more energy, the cost will still increase. It is the most practical to steer on the lower end because Honduras is a poor country that doesn't use as much energy as many other countries around the world do. Their main usage for energy is cooking, lighting, and heating. There are multiple steps to a photovoltaic solar panel installation. We plan to have professionals oversee and install the panels themselves in order to mitigate errors and ensure full productivity.
For the estimate of energy produced, we decided to use PV system of solar panel. This system we would assume that the system is ground mounted and has a tilt of about 17 degrees, and the installed capacity is 1,000 kilowatt power. With this configuration, we would assume we can say that there would be a production of about 1.7 gigawatt hours per year. We could say that translate that to 2,196 kilowatt hours per meter square per year. Now, when it comes to cost, we found that there was about an 11 cent per kilowatt hour cost to produce solar energy. And according to the World Bank, Honduras has a kilowatt hour per capita of about 619 kilowatt hours. Because there was a huge drop in solar prices about 2 years ago, where it had dropped all the way down to about 11 cents per kilowatt hour produced. Meaning, if we base off how many homes we want to power, and we power 200 homes, it would be a cost of about 112,000. But to actually be able to install the system, there would a system of 8 kilowatt capacity costs about $29,000 in the U.S. We could say, because of our target of about 1,000 kilowatt hour system, it would cost roughly 3.6 million to be able to install this system and get it working.
The use of solar energy systems offers significant environmental benefits in comparison to the conventional energy sources. Therefore, they greatly contribute to the sustainable development of human activities. However, the wide-scale implementation of such systems has the potential to face negative environmental implications. These possible problems may be a strong barrier for further advancement of these systems for some consumers. Recycling difficulty, water contamination, and land degradation are the major environmental impacts of implementing solar panels. To reduce these impacts, it's important for solar panel manufacturers to create more locations with the intent of recycling heavy metals and other necessary materials for solar panel production. Furthermore, it is important for solar panel companies to consider creating more locations to dispose of chemical waste instead of dumping them in bodies of water. Lastly, it is essential for farmers to grow agriculture that can survive in cool environments without direct sunlight. While it is true that solar panel manufacturers use dangerous materials, coal and oil also contain the same substances, which is released with combustion. Coal power plants emit much more of these toxic substances, polluting up to 300 times more than solar panel manufacturers. Solar panels are the best method because the sun is an unlimited resource. Although there are some negative environmental impacts, they are significantly less than those of other types of energy sources. The location of Honduras is best suitable for solar panels because of its flat land and high availability of sunlight. Countries in Central America have been able to implement solar energy with the use of auctions. Honduras can not only implement auctions, but also will be able to maintain the cost of solar panels because of the premium tariff of $155 per megawatt hour for the first 300 megawatts of PV capacity. Also, because of the laws passed in 2007 that promote renewable energy generation.